That was such a deep inhale. I heard it. They can hear us right now, Joe.
Did you heard it?
They can hear us right now.
Did you heard it? I hope they can hear us. We're freaking live, bro.
This was you.
I wanted them to hear that. This is
Was it a sigh of relief or was it a sigh of just zen?
It was like a sigh of zen and happiness. And I'm here. I'm happy here. Like when this happens, I'm happy. I'm like nothing else matters except this.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Oh my God. You were out of control.
Dude,
you were out of control.
Really, really hoppy one. This is hop lark. Okay, this is tea that's infused with hops or made with hops. They just released another one. I've got it here.
Okay.
It's sparkling water. Now they have other waters, but this is like a seasonal one. Hop Lark Water.
Oh, look at them.
Centennial hops. Dude, let me tell you something. This so crisp. So crisp. It's so good. And it's refreshing. And we have a discount inside NextFish Premier if you're a member to get 10% off your order.
You should be a member. What else is in there? What is it in there?
My God, man.
Dude, like literally, what isn't in there?
You
can get candles, soap,
relief,
fishing lures. Yeah, like bug spray.
And on top of that, even better, we've got fishing guides. We've got locations, bait and tackle shops. You want to go? Yeah, you want to go on a crappie fishing adventure?
We got you.
Become a member, and you can get a discount off that, or you might be able to win one. We've got a giveaway going on. Get over to nextfish.co. Check out the giveaway.
Huge,
all you have to do is sign up, and it's risk-free. So, like, literally, you sign up. You're going to have to put in your credit card because it's a subscription base, but it's only $4.49 a month. But your first month is free as long as you use the promo code that's in there, and it shows right there.
That's right. You cannot miss it, guys. Yeah.
Take off your first month, and then on top of that, when you get inside, you've got more than $50, which is what your year would cost you, realistically. You've got more than $50 in discounts alone on top of that.
And you got CBD products in there. That's right.
That's some relief, my friend.
And it works. I got to show them.
Show it. What's going on, Kevin?
I got to show them.
Trinity.
There's all kind of stuff in there, guys. There's going to be pain stick in there. There's going to be pain cream.
Pain stick is legit. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Joe, I know we talked about this, and this is weird. I didn't have the pain stick on me, okay? Didn't have the pain stick. All I had was the lip balm, okay?
Okay.
Remember this.
Oh, you've been doing it?
Dude, seriously, I get it. It feels so much better. There's no stretch. There's no anything, and it doesn't hurt whatsoever.
You know what?
This is the lip balm. This is not pain stick, but I guarantee the pain stick will work better. It smells good.
I'm doing it.
It smells good.
I'm pain sticking. Cool. I was skeptical.
So we were at Shiner Sam's.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this, guys.
We were at Shiner Sam's. I'm going to pull up some footage.
We are tore up from the floor up.
Dude, I'm not even lying. I ain't never felt nothing like that.
Dude, me neither. Like,
I'm going to play two videos because there's two videos that just bring this together. And you guys got to see this. This is absolutely insane.
Insane.
Look at this. Look at this. So this is underwater footage that Joe grabbed with the GoPro.
It's insane, guys.
Now,
these fish are huge.
What's crazy is these fish are all 8, 9, 10, and then Mama Josephine right there in the front. She's 13, my friend.
13 plus. Pounds. That thing is huge.
Look at them all just chilling, waiting patiently. You know what else I've seen like this? This is like the equivalent to going down to Robbie's for tarpon. But to me, this is a much cooler experience because yes, you're going to bleed. Yes, it's going to hurt, but it's so enjoyable.
I didn't even feel the blood. Like I didn't feel the pain until literally the next day. Like you get such a rush. I can't explain it. Like I've done the tarpon I'm not knocking Robbie's or nothing, you know what I mean?
No,
But
not at all. It's a great place.
that's an awesome experience as well. But
Yeah.
something about a bass too, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. And they are freaking crazy. Look at them.
Watch this for a
Look
second.
at this one.
Now, we went to go film this, and we're looking at all these guys. You can kind of see them right here. We're looking at them, and one comes out of nowhere. Before we even get started. Boom. Didn't even have a chance.
Gone. Just like that. You don't even see them. They're so fast and aggressive.
This.
Did we lose Andrew? I think we lost Andrew, guys.
Bro, I've got the dome on.
There you go.
Now they like that.
Crazy.
Dude, you want to talk about just an insane experience? If you are ever in the Lake Wales area, get down to Shiner Sam's, buy some bait, take the family, take the kids.
It's an adventure. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You walk out back with him. Yeah, dude. No, it is such an adventure. You walk out back with him, and it is the coolest experience you're going to see. You're going to start walking up to this pond in between two ponds,
and
you're going to see wake come to they follow your feet. They feel the vibration, and they know where you're at.
And they're not scared of the vibrations. It's the total opposite. They just come a running.
Yeah, dude. No.
And then they're like, "Where's my food?"
You can't fish. You can't fish for them, and you can't grab them, but you can feed them. You can feed them 100%, and
it is crazy, Kevin. It is extremely crazy.
Whew, but enough of that. We've got a cool guest tonight.
We do.
Mama Josephine might eat my kid. True.
Possibly.
True. Arm first, leg maybe. We've got a cool guest. Recently transplanted into Jacksonville.
Transplant. I like that word.
Yeah, he's a transplant.
Transplant.
What's crazy to me is he was Southwest Florida, Naples area, all down there. He was Southwest Florida, and he's excellent fishing offshore, inshore, anywhere. He gets up to Jacksonville, and I feel like because it's such a different and diverse fishery, he's only going to get better and better.
I just seen him on his little kayak adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that? Killing the game?
No, I try not to pay attention to him because I get jealous too much.
Well, look, let's shoot to this commercial from Power Pole, and we'll bring him on.
Things you let me see.
Pumped. What's going on, Ryan?
Every time.
What's up, guys?
What do you have going on? Where are you at? Is this your
what's going on, Ryan?
What is this?
So the last time you guys saw me, I was in a hotel room in Orlando on vacation.
You were.
Right.
I moved to Jacksonville. Got my own place now. Started a new job. Exploring a new fishery.
How's that going for you? I seen you recently took out the kayaks.
Yeah, so since I moved and I don't have any friends with boats or family members, relatives, whatever, kayak it is. Land-based fishing's been pretty solid up here too. I mean, it seems like you can't go somewhere and not catch a fish. I mean, unless you're Andrew.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Northeast Florida, I can catch a fish. I'm good.
So kayak's kind of been my way of getting around lately, and I can already tell I need to upgrade.
You need
what are you fishing out of right now?
Okay.
Some I don't even know the name of the brand, honestly. It was my grandfather's kayak, and he doesn't use it, so my grandma was like, "Hey, take this with you."
Listen. That's all that matters, dude. I started kayak fishing on I got it on sale at Walmart for like $150, and I actually fell in love with kayak fishing through that little kayak. But
have you ventured just south of Jacksonville at all?
Like St. Augustine, that kind of area, or
South of
like
St. Augustine,
Daytona, New Smyrna.
north of Daytona, south of St. Augustine, nestled in an area just outside of Palm Coast and north. There's Marineland area.
Okay. I
Have you-
haven't yet. I've been sticking, pretty close here. The nice thing, I picked a pretty good location to live. I'm
You
20
did.
minutes from the beach and 30 minutes from work, and I'd rather be closer to the fish than to work.
Yeah, I hear you.
True.
You know what I
story.
mean?
True story.
But
you need to do-
so I've been trying to dial in my local area, so that way when I've got if I got a couple hours to go, I can go catch fish in a couple hours.
I could give you a few spots around Jacksonville, but one place that I'm
Andrew spots.
familiar
So.
with, and this is my honey hole area, is Marine.
Oh.
You need to go down to Captain's Barbecue, get yourself a smoked turkey sandwich. Chris Herrera has it dialed in. Okay, he's ranked in the top 50 in the country for barbecue spots, like legit
In the country?
in the country.
I'm
said-
definitely gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, Captain's Barbecue at Wings
Turkey
Landing.
sounds good right now.
Yo, I mean, dude, their brisket, their ribs, all that stuff is good, but the smoked turkey sandwich, something about it. No, but go there and check out Pellicer Creek. I'm telling you right now, Pellicer Creek to Summerhaven, which is just north of Pellicer, is an excellent place. There's a lot of cool flats back there, a lot of cool flats with limited access. So you're not going to see a lot of boats, and you're going to see a lot of good fish come through, especially if you find the right entry points, which I can tell you about those off record.
You gotta shoot me a text sometime.
No, but okay. So tell us about your hat, man. What's on your hat? There's a business
There's
there.
a diamond on there or something. I mean, what's
Yeah,
going on?
shiny.
That is, I'm rocking the shirt too.
Oh my gosh, you doubled up.
Diamond fishing products. Now,
Boom.
some people may have heard of them, and most probably haven't. And it's not because they're new to the game, but they just not very known for whatever reason. And I'm not sure why, because I have seen in person our line tested against competitors. I'm not going to say any names, but our line does outperform most of the competitors in break strength, knot strength, and castability. And I've been impressed since I've started working with them.
I can attest to the castability. Unfortunately, if you know me, I don't catch fish, but I can cast a rod.
Well,
This
I mean, that's
casting's great. Great casting, but
we didn't
can't
give it to you to test it, Andrew. No.
Right. No, so I started up on this Osprey 2500, and I've got a swim from Weston. It's a very light lure. Okay, light lure. I've got 10-pound braid here. I was casting into the wind. Not a single. I took at least 20 casts. Now, granted, should have caught a fish by then, but I didn't. I took at least 20 casts. Not a single wind knot. Not a single one.
I mean, you guys know how much I fish. Every opportunity I get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I started in October with Diamond, and when they brought me on, it was like, yeah, okay, so where are your reels at? Because we got to put the good stuff on. No, I'm joking. But since I started working for them, I have had 0 wind knots.
Mm-hmm.
0. And I fish in any condition that's given to me. I don't care if it's, we had a nor'easter my second week here, my third week here, and it was the first weekend I had to kayak.
Oh, jeez.
Like
over here in Jacksonville, that sucks.
Like, and for South Florida, it's like, oh, we got another cold front, no big deal. Now, this was nor'easter. It rained for 2 days. It blew 40 to 50 miles an hour. It was cloudy on the third day, blowing 20, 25 sustained, gusting 35. Well, that third day, I didn't want to sit in my house anymore. So I jumped in the kayak and I went and I fished. I only caught 2 fish that day, but I had 0 problems with wind knots, and I caught 2 fish, so it was a good day.
Yeah. Can you speak on a little bit of the technology on that, or is that a secret kept on why the wind knots are so just not there?
I wouldn't say it's a secret. I I don't know all the details on it just yet. I can tell you that we work very closely with our manufacturer, and like most people, I wouldn't sell something, or we wouldn't sell something that we wouldn't fish with.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, there's not a guy that works at Diamond Fishing that doesn't, that fishes with different product. That just, no.
Just as
It's smart. I mean, you got to get used to it. Anyway, I'm very
and for
impressed
like,
with
the guys in the offshore industry may know, Steve Grant. He's a very good wahoo fisherman.
Yes. I was going to ask you about him.
He is definitely, been around. He's spent a lot of time fishing, and the guy knows how to perfect something. And he does work for us over at Diamond.
Nice.
Yeah,
And,
nice.
so, like I said, if it's not, well, I'm hopefully going fishing this weekend for some. But the weather doesn't look too great, so it doesn't look like we're going. But we'll see.
Right.
While we're on the subject of Diamond, I've got a couple of products here, and
sneak peek.
Yeah, what you got? What you got? Pay
well,
attention,
so
guys.
they were released at ICAST, but like I said, Diamond's kind of is definitely one of the lesser known companies, but it shouldn't be. So, for all of you college fans out there, we have a line of Braid, and I'm only got 2 of the 3 samples here with me.
You're lying. I know where you're going with this.
We've got LSU.
What?
Right?
No.
Orange and purple. I know the glare is terrible there. I'm sorry.
No, that I could totally
wish I could
see
show
it.
you guys better. The glare is so terrible. So we got LSU, and the other one here is going to be your Alabama.
Trinity's
Roll
like,
Tide, right? I'm not a college sports fan, but
Gotcha.
No, dude, that's a slick color line.
Color in the lineup is the Florida Gators.
Orange and blue.
Half the Gators. I mean, obviously it's orange and blue. There is somebody in the chat that I know for a fact has some of that in their on one of their reels.
You're getting so much dang hate over here.
Bro, we
That
got
was
to
a tough one, right? You probably should have left those back for a minute.
Yeah, we should have saved that for the end here.
No,
we get booed off. No, that's super cool.
not many people like the Seminoles.
They
though.
are, okay, so I'm not familiar with the divisions and, all that stuff. But they are approved by the college, people.
There you go.
That overlook everything. So they were supposed to, we launched it at ICAST. And they were supposed to be ready for sale. But, due, as you guys are familiar with the current struggles in the industry with getting
supply chain is awful.
We'll call it a situation.
It's quite the situation.
We'll call it.
But I'm hoping by the end of January it will finally be available. All the way from 10-pound test to 80-pound test, from 300 yards to 1,500 yards.
Nice.
And everybody likes to support their favorite college teams, and it's just the first step. So we'll see where if it goes good, there could be expansion in the line, and maybe the NFL one day, right?
That'd be sick, man. That's a huge market,
Yeah. So most guys that like fishing like football. So
nice. Now, what other kind of lines does Diamond make? Obviously, they make Braid.
Yes. So we've got.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, go ahead and run through what you got. What's going on, Brian?
So
real quick, Brian wants me to expose my stress balding.
Oh God!
So for you, Brian. Everybody, that's why I keep on my hat, okay? That's why. Andrew, I know you're not talking.
I don't have that same problem. Sorry, Joe.
Man, clean, bro.
We'll never know.
Locks for Joe. Like, please donate your hair. I got it here. I just can't get it up here. Okay.
Dude, I got some super glue and scissors. Let's make this happen.
Let's do it.
Go ahead
on,
the back for straight up mullet.
What other kind of lines does Diamond got in the
I almost forgot about this one. It probably would have came in handy on the last episode that we did, but this is a jigging series.
Oh.
So,
nice.
As you see, it's very multicolored. It changes colors every 20 feet. So that way when you're jigging, like if I'm out in 3,000 feet of water, but I'm marking a school of tuna and they're in 400, I can hit them on the nose.
Nice.
So it comes into perspective in more than just that situation.
Right.
But it works great for trying to, nail exactly where those fish are.
That depth, right.
So,
Nice.
Other than that, so we've got our standard colors of braid, orange, green, and blue are our three main colors of braid. We make those all the way up to a 3,000 yard spool for the guys that like to spool their own stuff.
Right.
We make the highest quality monofilament on the market. And I don't say that loosely. It is proven and it is not cheap. I will say that. It is the most expensive monofilament on the market. But it is, like I said, it's been proven time and time and time again. We have an IGFA line of monofilament. So for the record chasers, if anybody's into that. We have a hollow core braid series as well. That has more of an offshore application for guys who like to splice their leaders. So it's a 16 carrier instead of an 8 carrier, and it's hollow. So you can literally take your monofilament or fluorocarbon leader, put the two together. Like I said,
how does that work?
It's kind of like a Chinese finger trap. And
I was gonna say that's essentially what it kind of is, right?
So, but it's finished. There is a knot and some other stuff that goes along with it. Some wax thread. It's more than just putting the two together.
Right.
But it does hold extremely strong. And for the guys that troll or like to fish, typically in trolling, you do fish a long leader or top shot to absorb some of that shock from the boat moving and all that. So besides all that, we also have a line of fluorocarbon leader material.
Nice.
Presentation. Our presentation fluorocarbon comes in 10 pound all the way up to it goes high. It goes to 300 pound or so.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, it goes way up there. Like I said, we do deal with a lot of offshore people.
Wow.
Right.
So it goes up pretty high. We make that anywhere from a 25 yard spool all the way up to a 500 yard spool, which for most companies, you wouldn't see a 500 yard spool.
No,
I mean, that's a lot of leader material.
Yes.
Outside of leader material, 500 yards is actually a pretty small spool compared to what you have in the shop there that I've seen.
Oh.
So Andrew, you got to come by and actually tour the warehouse. Unfortunately, we still are in the middle of a warehouse renovation, so the place was a bit of a wreck while you were there. But yeah, why don't you tell them about those spools you saw?
Dude, these spools were like huge. 5 miles long.
5
miles of line. Think about that.
But it was thick line, from my understanding, right? Not just
thick.
The minimum size line that we carry that in is, I believe, 700 pound. It might even be 800 pounds.
That's
so.
Good.
Those are 5 miles of line. They weigh 210 pounds per spool.
That's absolutely insane.
And that that's where diamond fishing products got its start. So most people don't know this, but Diamond Fishing Products is also known as and owned, like the mother company is Highliner Fishing Gear. Highliner got its start 34 years ago in the commercial fishing industry in South Florida, providing the best material possible to, long line boats and grouper boats and all that. And the sport fishermen, the recreational guys were like, well, how do we get some of that?
Yeah.
So diamond fishing was born, and produced smaller spools and, a little bit more economical for your typical fisherman. I don't know very many people that would use 5 miles of line in their lifetime.
Right.
I know I could easily. My buddy Joe there in the chat, Joe Trotta definitely could use up that much line. I see him there.
David could. I feel like David could.
David probably
might have by now.
Let's see, like,
yeah, he would, yeah, man.
No. So the Highliner, is that the one that has the cool story that a lot of people don't know about?
Yes. Should I tell that story?
You should.
Yeah, if it's a cool story, let's hear it, man.
This is so cool. So cool.
So, being said that Highliner got its start in the commercial fishing industry, almost every fisherman's favorite movie is
The Perfect Storm.
The Perfect Storm. When Warner Brothers started filming on that movie, they came to Highliner and asked if Highliner would set the boats up to look legitimate. They didn't want to, make a movie and it not look legit. So
you gotta play the part, you gotta be the part.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So most of the gear on the boats in the Perfect Storm actually came from the company I now work for.
Nice.
So, it's kind of like, it's a cool little piece of backstory there. But, when you get a company like Warner Brothers to come to you and say, hey, set these boats up for us.
That's a big deal, man.
Well, and the thing is they could have, there's a lot of competition in your arena. They could have went to anybody, but they chose to come to you. They, at that idea, it's a huge amount of credibility.
Right.
That volumes alone. It's just crazy.
They could have chose anyone in the world.
But Steve, that could be the opinion of every fisherman's favorite movie is The Perfect Storm could be an opinion. Just that. Bill Dance bloopers is Trinity's favorite.
You know what? Bill Dance bloopers are pretty great.
Yeah. Mine is Bill Dance busting his ass right and left.
My bloopers just ain't came out yet. Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Andrew Blue 2021 are insane. Let me tell you.
And I just want to say to Joe in the chat there, yes, we have seen some extremely nasty conditions, bud. Me and Joe worked together on a commercial fishing boat when I was down in the Keys. That's where we met.
Nice.
And, actually met in college, supposedly, And so we fished together for about 2 years. Those bloopers may not be, PG rated.
Listen, Joe.
Listen,
Joe's gonna stick together. Come on now, let's see them.
After 9 o'clock, it's considered after hours. We could up the rating a little bit.
2 more minutes. Put the kids to bed. It's going down. No. So let me ask you this, because I'm a bass guy. I don't do much saltwater fishing. What would you suggest for bass guys at Diamond Braid? What are we getting? And I'm doing a lot of heavy flipping, a lot of frogging, swim baits through pads. So I need something strong, but with good castability because I want to get far. So what would you suggest me to pick up?
Any of our 8X, 8-strand braid is going to do you good, whether it's the college braid or it's the jigging because it looks cool or whatever. They're all the same formula when it comes to the braid.
Cool. Gotcha.
The only difference is the color, right? So you can, match it to whatever you like. Some guys like the actually I've got a reel here. Shout out to my buddy Lewis there in the chat for the reel. But there's our orange.
That's smooth, bro.
There's our orange. It's very bright, cool. It's a high vis. Most companies for a high vis go with a yellow, but orange is cooler.
Yeah, I like the orange, man. The orange, in my opinion, is cooler. Like you said, I always see that neon yellow, that bright yellow.
Dude, oh my gosh! Even this blue is legit. Like it's just a different blue.
It's like a cooler blue.
Yeah.
And then we got our, the typical like moss green for the guys that want the like stealthier approach.
Stealthier, yeah.
There is one more product. I don't have a direct sample. Hold on, let me go grab a reel real quick.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I kind of want some of that orange line. I don't know why.
Right, while he's not here, let's talk about him.
No, he's
I can
there.
still hear you guys.
Oh,
So, you're a bass fisherman, as a lot of
Right.
people who are probably watching this are as well. We are working on something for you bass guys.
oh yes. Please tell. Please tell.
You can't really see it all that great, but it is a fluorocarbon line.
Oh,
Nice.
praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
And as far as I can tell, I'm not super, super experienced with it, right? But the memory has been very well to me as far as not having much at all.
That Trinity is not a fan of those college. He does not like those colleges. We need to get Georgia on board ASAP. Trinity, make that happen.
That might help. That might help.
No.
No.
That is a huge.
Like I said, Trinity,
problem,
if it goes well, there's room for expansion likely in the future. So
that's okay. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get to Georgia last, though. Don't worry, because we got to hit Miami up. You already got the orange and you got the moss. You just got to make the colors blend, bud. That's all you got to do.
Well,
yeah.
I did not help at all in the choosing of what teams.
I was going to take it outside. No, but you said something about the memory of your fluorocarbon line coming out. That's a huge problem for me. Most fluorocarbon has a ton of memory, and you can't leave it on your reel too long, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that
obviously it still does have some memory, right?
Right. Just what it is.
That reel's been spooled for going on 2 months probably. I really haven't used it a whole lot, so it hasn't been stretched out and all that. But
right.
I've used a few other fluorocarbon lines in my past and wasn't so enthused with it.
I'm not a fluorocarbon fisherman. I'm pretty much braid and leader all the way, and I'll adjust my leader for mono or fluoro depending on what type of fishing I'm doing. I'm very simple with that. But from what I've heard with some fluoros is if you get a lot of memory in them, you can run hot water over them for a few, like a
kind of smooth them out
period, and it'll weaken it, not weaken it, but like detangle it. So
it'll make it softer.
Yeah, it softens it up is what it does.
Is that healthy for the line? I mean, do you know anything about that? I don't know.
I don't know directly. Now that you say something about that, maybe we should test it.
I know a facility
over at Diamond. We do have we have the exact same machine that the IGFA uses to test line, and that gives us a very accurate break strength, and as well as let us dissect stuff. I mean, like you just said, does it weaken it? Well,
absolutely. Buzz,
we test it.
I'm a fan of the Crazy Alberto or modified Albright. I know a lot of people preach the FG knot. I just haven't. I don't have any time with it. Well, I learned a way to tie it without tension, and
that's how I tie it.
The guys at Osceola use that, and they tie it quick.
You just back and forth. I mean, it's I don't do the tension either. I learned that. That's actually the way I learned an FG knot. Never did the whole tension thing. I don't.
Yeah.
You don't need it if you tie it right.
You're gonna have to teach me that because I only know that like 17 different ways with all of them have tension, and I have like one line between my toes, the other line like wrapped around my ear, and then like the other two like this, and one in my mouth trying to figure it out. It's just
don't tie it around your neck because it'll snap that little thing.
my poor little neck. It's just being hidden by my beard.
Black braid. Is there black braid in the works?
Not that I know of. I can say
I do know that it is very among the flipping community. It's very, very popular.
Is it?
They use Sharpies like crazy. They probably keep the Sharpie company in business.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was heavier into bass fishing than other times, and when I frog fished, I used to use a Sharpie.
We
I
all
don't
have a
know
Sharpie.
that it
in our
actually
backpack.
made a difference, but I still caught fish doing it. So
Yeah.
But it made you feel like it did, though. I think that's half the battle. At
Yeah,
least feel
like-
like you're doing it right. Like
you just
I feel
sat
like
there
I'm
for
doing
3
this
minutes and painted it with a Sharpie, and I caught a fish. So I'm
That's
happy. Right?
And speaking of
But,
color,
there's
speaking of
there's
color,
always
and
Go
you
ahead,
guys
John.
do a lot of. I know you guys do a ton of R&D up there. Andrew was telling me about all the tests and things you guys do. Do you guys test the color and how long it stays on the braid, like the fade of the color on your braids?
The braid I don't know for sure. I mean, I've had it on my reels since I started there 2 months ago, and I know
It's
that
looking
certain
good.
companies fade within the first couple trips.
Casts.
None of mine has started to fade yet. I can tell you that our monofilament has been tested and tested and tested out in the sun. Our heavy monofilament we use to make outrigger line. Right, we got some really cool colors of outrigger line for the guys that offshore
Nice.
fish. We got the general black, then we got a white, which stays white. It doesn't fade; it stays white.
Nice.
Wow.
We got the fluorescent yellow, we've got red, and we've got a dark blue, all of which hold their color very well. There's some stuff in the formula, obviously,
Yeah.
that helps reflect a lot of the sunlight. So, yes, Trinity Power Pro does fade really fast, and I'm not just saying that.
You didn't say it. The
He
viewers
said it.
said
I'm just
the
agreeing.
People have spoken. The people have spoken, and I agree too, man.
I won't say the brand because personally, I like the brand. They have multiple variations of braided line, and they fade rather quickly. That being said, after a year's worth of fishing, and granted, this is me talking, like maybe 75 trips a year when I was fishing regularly, it would need to be changed. But while it was performing, it was good. I never had to worry about that stuff. Wind knots were a problem from time to time, but I'm excited to see how this does longevity-wise.
Yes, wind knots. Pro tip here. Here's my pro tip of the night. Keep a thing of chapstick in your tackle.
Or even better,
that would probably work just as good.
What a great plug. Thanks, Ryan. Some of this in your box.
Trinity, you didn't know this, but he was in on this the whole time.
Lip balm, it's the oils, in it. Take it, rub it right on that wind knot, and then pull. Because a wind knot isn't a knot; it's a twist.
It's just loops that cinch, so to speak.
Yeah, it's the line got twisted up because you can't have a knot without tying end to end.
Nice. Yeah, see, Trinity caught that. He's like, nice setup.
Wait a second. You can't have a knot tie unless you tie end to end.
Ready for here we go. You challenged him.
Oh, man.
Why would you do such a thing?
Yeah, we got Andrew going now.
Now that's a knot, my friend.
Now, if you put some...
all right. You got me there. When did your line do that in the middle of a cast?
Yeah.
It comes right out.
He's too busy.
No, but that's essentially what it is. It's no more than that.
So
I feel
the friction is always what breaks your wind knots. Like if you grab your wind knot and you pull on it, it's the friction that breaks it. So if you put something there to reduce the friction, pop comes right out.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So this has multiple purposes now.
If it's like
this doesn't spell you on the lip balm.
If it's a high tension friction, like let's say you like whoopah, like as hard as you can, could you start a fire? Is there enough friction? This life-saving scenario.
I don't have the answers to that.
Like, wrong guy. No, man. No.
And I want to Josh there in the comments. Definitely, I can't say yes or no to that.
I can say it's not the bottom, but it's not even in the middle. I used diode J braid for a while, 4 and 8 strand, and it's expensive line. It looks cool, but it's not all what it's chalked up to be.
Yeah, I used to throw a lot of Yozuri, both fluoro, everything Yozuri, and it did okay for me. did okay for me.
The Yozuri is not bad. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I like their leader. I like their braid. It's nice and slick and smooth. It doesn't fade much. But I'm super excited. Me and Andrew have been talking about this braid for a very long time. And that being said, I just went there because that's all I knew. And everywhere else I went, it was something. This doesn't work, or this sucks about it. It fades. It wind knots. So I just stuck with what I knew. You know, I'm not really tied down to anything. So I'm very excited to try out the diamond braid and see how it performs, man. And Andrew said nothing but good things about it. And you know, for someone to harp so much on just line, you know, it's got to have some type of impact, right? And make a good run for him. So
I haven't had any tension on it yet, but I've pulled really hard on my modified Albright, and I haven't felt anything that's going to give. That's a very big plus for me because it means that it's cinching properly. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I need to catch a fish on it. I will catch a fish on it.
You just need to catch a fish.
it'll be Andrew's first fish. No,
I like you guys, I did it. It's like a little bluegill.
Y'all gonna make me drink, okay?
Trinity, I wish I could say yes. There is a coupon code. Unfortunately, Diamond doesn't sell consumer direct. We only sell to retail stores. If you go on the website, you know, hopefully you have a Diamond dealer in your area. If not, you need to go talk to your local tackle shop.
That's right.
Diamond dealer right here. All sorts of stuff. Let's see where we're at. Search. No results. Oh, I got to spread my thing. Hold on.
You got to spread your thing.
Yeah, you know.
You did get a little wild there.
What kind of show did this just turn into?
We're only 12 minutes in, bro. Come on, man.
Hold on.
I got to pay for that, no?
Yeah.
Isn't that part of NextFish premiere?
No, it's not.
There we go.
None of that.
Listen, so they got stores all over the place.
And, you know, we're always trying to expand and you know, there's always room for growth, obviously. Bass Pro, most Bass Pros carry our stuff as well. You can order our stuff online through Bass Pro.
Oh,
I do know
you
that.
hit it right on the head. NextFish only.
Jeez.
Good Lord.
Listen, that's at 10 o'clock. We're only at the 9 o'clock
hour.
That's
after hour show.
Yeah. All right, I should be off here by 10 then.
You thought this was here for any? No.
Yeah.
No. Ryan, man, I appreciate you coming on. It's always a pleasure to talk. I want to get you back on the show and talk, you know, more about your discoveries. I actually want to speak on something. You've got a very dear friend of yours that you go on an annual trip with, and you guys had a stellar trip again this year. You know,
And he's in the chat.
Oh,
Let's see if he shows himself. Not Josh. I do know Josh, but he, you know, that's
dude. Josh Collins had a sick alligator
he was in
too.
the chat at least. I don't know. Tonto, you here, Lewis?
He's here somewhere.
He
okay.
was here. You shared one of his things earlier, Lewis. Tonto,
show yourself.
Oh
yeah. No. So you
JJ,
guys went down
Lewis
and crushed, like literally crushed it. I gotta pull it up here because there was some definite fish that I need to catch soon.
What's going on, Manny? How are you?
Who that? I heard Manny.
She's here.
Manny.
Yeah, so I mean, every year we've gone down, or well, I guess it used to be across. Now for me, it's down to the east coast of Florida, and we go and fish for some exotics with one of the captains, and that captain kind of, I guess, brought that exotic game to life. He was one of the first guys doing it on this chain of lakes, and it's a very special chain of lakes. It holds more than one exotic.
password. I forgot I changed.
Yes,
my
you have,
password
Josh. You've heard all about it. Lewis used to be an old roommate of mine. Not old, very recent. And it's like he's like second family. Known him since middle school. We grew up fishing together. And yeah, I mean, that's all we do. What's up, JJ? I see you there.
It seems like fishing friends tend to stick around for life, man. When you make a friend in the fishing industry, man, they become a friend for life, like family.
Yeah.
Look at these fish, man.
Dude.
So Lewis is a quadriplegic. Hasn't always been, unfortunately. You know, he was in a car accident. I think it's going on 7 years now. And you know, he hasn't let it stop him.
As you can see. Yeah.
I mean, the dude fishes. Like, he loves to fish. He actually owns his own offshore boat.
Nice.
And I've showed him what I can, and I will be making plenty of trips down south to make sure that this kid stays on the fish, because he loves to do
about this. These are not small peacocks. These are very respectable peacocks. Almost all
probably in the 2 to 3 pound range, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. We had some that day going upwards of close to 6.
Nice.
I mean, we had some relatively big fish this day. It was really crappy weather conditions, as you can see through some of the pictures. We go from rain gear to bright sunny skies. You know, it was a roller coaster of weather that day.
that is like the epitome of that area, though. It could be hot, rainy, not hot. It's crazy over there.
So
dude, tell me about this.
Oh, the Venice, Louisiana trip.
Tell me about this, and then we got to jump. I want to know about this fish.
I got an invite from an old boss / he's family. I'd call him family. He is his name's Chris. He's dating my aunt, and maybe one day they'll get married, and then it'll really become family. But I used to captain his boat offshore at a Pine Island, and he called me up earlier in the year and said, "Hey, planning a birthday trip to Venice, Louisiana. You know, you want to go?" I said, "Hell yeah, sign me up." So we actually drove 13 hours one way, one day, and fished the next day, and then drove 13 hours home.
Oh.
So 26 hours in the car to fish on the beautiful Wild Bill with Captain Matt. And it was a hell of an experience. I mean, that was we had 2 yellowfin tuna that day and a handful of blackfins, but watching 120 plus pound yellowfin tuna sky out of the water is just the most unreal thing you can imagine.
Dude, it's got to seem just like slow motion the whole way, but in such a fast way.
It really is. So that fish there that fish went 160 pounds on the scale.
Dang.
And everybody in the boat fought it because we kind of figured it was definitely, you know, the way the bite was going. We didn't hook that fish till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oof.
Long
day.
We knew, even though we were seeing the fish, it was probably going to be the only opportunity that everybody got to fight one of these fish. So everybody took turns on that fish. And it took us about 2.5 hours, even with a fresh angler on the rod every 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah, listen. That fish did not want to leave the thermocline. It was staying down 200 feet below the boat, almost spooled us multiple times. Joe knows for a fact that fish made some really good sushi. He was one of the lucky to get a steak.
I love fresh tuna like that, caught like right on the boat, dude. It's just amazing, dude. I can only imagine.
Nice.
I'm super jealous. Super jealous.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fish of a lifetime, really. And
yeah, that's nuts.
Josh, we're definitely going next year.
Now, when we bring you back on again, I want to talk about this stuff.
You want to talk about some jigging?
In-depth jigging. I want to talk about it. Not now, because we will be here for a long time.
For hours. Yeah.
The rods are right there. Right there.
Man.
I
No.
almost brought my jig bag and set it on the seat next to me before the show started, but I said, "Nah, we're not going to talk about jigging."
No. So, I'm excited to see what's to come. You guys will be at ICAST this year, correct?
Yes, Diamond will definitely be at ICAST this year. I'm hoping
Nice.
I'm lucky enough to get to tag along with it. I like ICAST. ICAST is fun. And it's a special place. Real quick, if I have a chance, just I want to say that I learned probably 7 years ago. I was told that every conversation you have, you should consider it a job application, and you should always treat it as a job application. I met Diamond at ICAST this past year.
Yes.
I was sitting at the bar having a drink, filling out an order form for for Serenity Bait, where I used to work, when I was on the show last. And these guys walked up, we started talking, and next thing you know, they're offering me a job. They're like, "Hey, come up to Jacksonville, check out the location, see how you like it, kind of give you the rundown, and we'll go from there." And that's how it happened. So
Now, this was a calculated decision, though, because you told me it took you a couple trips to go up and get the feel for everything, which is smart, in my opinion, especially when you're literally relocating not just to the other side of the state, but the polar opposite end of the state.
yeah.
So, that was a big move for you, man.
I made 3 trips before I 100% was like, yes. And then I made a 4th trip looking for apartments.
Nice.
I wanted to make sure that where I was going to be happy and enjoy what I'm doing. And, if you enjoy what you do on a daily basis, you never work a day in your life, right?
Exactly.
So, like you said, I moved to literally the polar opposite of Florida.
Yeah.
And I know nobody up here, really. I've got a few friends that are close by. I got Josh there in the comments. He's probably about an hour and a half south of me down in Daytona.
Okay.
He's been very supportive in this.
What does Josh do? I'm in DeLand. I'm like 20 minutes from him.
Josh is a charter captain.
Josh, we need to talk, man.
We do. And
he just recently moved, so I'm not sure who he's working for anymore.
Right.
He might be able to plug that in the comments. But yeah, he was in New Smyrna. Now he's in Daytona.
Okay.
I've got another captain friend of mine that lives in St. Augustine, Captain Kyson.
Okay.
So I've got a couple people up here, but it's not it's not like being back in Naples where I grew up. And
I live on the St. John's. What do you mean?
Dude, I want to hunt gators with you, Josh. That's all I want to do.
I've got a creek.
Josh, if you're taking them, you got to take me too.
I've got a creek that we can go.
We need a bigger boat,
especially
Josh.
around springtime, right after the hatch. There'd be some big ones back there.
I want to get one legally.
Yeah. You're like, no, I'm just playing. It doesn't need to be legal.
Doesn't need to be legal. Josh, give me a gator, man.
Hey, we don't talk about those times.
Yeah, what times?
Ryan, no, I appreciate you, buddy. I'm just excited for you. I'm proud to see you made the jump. It's a huge risk with a huge reward. You've got awesome people up there that you're working with.
Yeah.
The few that I met were stellar people. So,
and don't forget too, Vector
That's
Hooks.
right.
Oh, dude, yeah. Wow.
I landed that pro staff gig with Vector Hooks.
That's right. I'm expecting some awesome catches with some.
I've done my part so far. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to the next time we get to do a podcast, or maybe I'll see some of you guys over at NextFish premiere. Since you'll be helping out with that a little bit too.
Yes,
that's
you will
right.
be. I would like to sometime in the next few weeks. Are you leaving for the holidays?
I will be in Naples for Christmas, just pretty much that weekend. I will be back in Jacksonville here for New Year's.
let's plan to meet at Captain's Barbecue. It's an hour from me, about 30, 40 minutes from you, depending on traffic. Let's meet there and eat, and we'll talk.
Yeah, definitely. You tell me when, and I'll be there.
Christmas Day, midnight. No, I'm
Sorry, Christmas is important with the family.
No, have a good night, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. I know we all do.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk with you soon.
Dude, how awesome was that?
I'm just trying to take it all in. I really want some of this line now.
I want the tuna.
With that too, yeah.
I eat sashimi. I let me rephrase that. I would eat sashimi every meal of every day.
Pretty much.
100%.
Just a little bit of rice, maybe a little soy.
What is that? Like that was 158 pounds. Now, granted, it's not all meat, but I mean, a big portion of that's meat.
But yeah, big freaking chunk.
Let's call it 120 pounds, right? And then we're looking at 16 ounces per pound.
That's right.
Divided by, say, I want to do like a 5-ounce portion. I would do a 4 for lunch, 6 for dinner, probably a 4 for breakfast. We'll call it a 5. 384 meals, okay? 384 meals divided by 3. That's 128 days of
Dude, why do we always break stuff down to math?
It's 4 months. That's 4 months. You only need a few of those.
I feel like we math everything out though. Like
I'm very calculated. Okay, I'm very calculated.
Yeah,
guys, we appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for watching, and next Thursday should be a really cool show. It is the day before Thanksgiving, but we've got Lisa from the CCA coming on.
We're going backwards in time to the day before Thanksgiving.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
The day before Christmas.
Right.
My bad, guys.
Look, Ryan's in the background and he just freaking lost it. Okay? I'm bringing him back because I seen you run. I had to think about it for a minute, dude. I just seen him lose it.
Yeah, look, no, what's messed up is I was looking at the calendar. I literally pulled up a calendar and I'm looking at it. I'm like, where's the 23rd? And I'm looking at November like an idiot.
The day before Thanksgiving. I'm like, wait a minute. Next year?
Whatever.
In the past?
Well, we're going. We don't need roads. Okay,
that's right, Trinity. Whip out hop in the DeLorean with us next week, guys.
Next Thursday. CCA talk. I'm done. I'm out.
We're out. Peace.